it's getting interesting. This whole plan of busing the migrants north and west is getting really interesting because, I mean, I think it's brilliant. DeSantis participated in it to some extent, but it's mostly been Greg Abbott, governor of Texas. And he's doing a great job. You know, these sanctuary cities up north in California who say, oh, what do you mean? California's a sanctuary state. Now, Los Angeles has voted to make itself a sanctuary city. New York City, sanctuary city. And now they are reaping what they sow because no sooner did Los Angeles declare itself a sanctuary city than they had to come out, the LA mayor, Karen Bass, had to come out and say, well, you know, we're not extending an invitation for people to come here because they're overwhelmed. They're overwhelmed with the number of people coming in from Texas. In New York, just this past Sunday, there was a clash outside of Gracie Mansion, that's where the mayor lives, over the migrant situation in New York, where I am right now. More than 100 demonstrators here screaming, throwing punches at each other over these issues. And New York is overwhelmed. They've had about 100,000 migrants from the southern border flooding the 5 boroughs, forcing Mayor Adams, whose message, just like Karen Bass's of LA, was very different before this happened. Now he has to come up with at least 200 emergency shelters to house these people. We don't have the room. And New York City is now threatening to sue schools who put up any sort of a roadblock to these illegal migrant children because they're flooding the schools. They don't speak English. And so some of these districts who don't even have the desks, they don't have any place to put these kids and they have no ability to teach them. You're just supposed to suddenly speak Spanish, I guess. Have decided to start asking parents for proof of residence, right? Proof of taxpayer status. And New York City saying you better not.
Has thousands of illegal aliens that have been bussed here. And welcome to the club. If I had to go to the local emergency room about 2 months ago, and when you have people who you have no background knowledge of them, you don't have no health records. This is from a country that's forcing people to wear masks and social distance, and it's now talking about implementing that again with vaccinations. And they let 8 million people come in, and they bus them to communities like mine. And then you go in the emergency room, and what do you do with people who have no medical records? As I was talking to some of the staff, they have no medical records. They do not speak English. Some of them don't speak Spanish. They speak a Mixotec Baja dialect. And then your grandmother is in, kidney dialysis. She has regular appointments. Suddenly that's swarmed. If I walk on my farm or I talk to country people, they see people that they have no idea who they are. They're out shooting things. They're out parked in your orchard, injecting drugs or whatever. But the point is, if we let in 8 million people and just 1% of them were criminal, and I think there's more than that, you're talking about 80,000 people that have no background checks. And this was all fine and dandy for Joe Biden's world, in his beach house, or Hunter in Malibu, or Nancy Pelosi in Napa Valley, or Dianne Feinstein on Lake Tahoe shores, where Biden is now staying with Tom Steyer. But it was okay. It was fine for them, but who cared about Bakersfield or Fresno or Modesto? That was just those people, and they had to deal with it, and they were racist if they objected. So finally, people got smart and said, the whole key to the liberal project is that the architects are never subject to the consequences of their own politics or ideology, and now we're going to make them subject to that. And once they feel what they're doing to other people, they squeal. And that's the only thing they understand. It's really kind of Neanderthal tactic, but they're Neanderthals, and that's what gets their attention.
I mean, California's finding out the hard way it's the consequences of these bizarre policies, New York too. But on the subject of California, not only are we seeing the influx of these illegal migrants and the, second guessing about the sanctuary city status of places like LA, no sooner do they vote for it than they realize it's a mistake. But you've got the crime. You've got the soft on crime prosecutors in places like LA and Oakland and elsewhere. And now we're seeing the smash and grabs increase, where they are in USA Today just a couple days ago. They're reporting on how flash mob robberies are all over Los Angeles right now. 12:30 in the afternoon last Thursday, 9 masked suspects ransack a fragrance counter at Macy's right in the middle of the day in the Sherman Oaks neighborhood. People are just standing by and watching this happen. Right? This happens right after 4 other incidents at a Nordstrom just 12 miles away, on August 12th, you had 30 people entering Nordstrom at 4 o'clock, again, middle of the day, stealing high-end handbags, clothing, and other easily resold items. Over $300,000 stolen. August 8th, at least 30 suspects flooded a Yves Saint Laurent store in Glendale, stealing clothing, other merchandise worth approximately $300,000 before fleeing on foot. And then another targeted a Macy's store in Arcadia. Perfumes were stolen. I mean, it's anarchy, Victor.
It is. It is. And notice what you said. They're not stealing food, staples, of course. And we're told that they have a need, but they don't. They want the most high-priced items. And they feel there's no deterrence. And if you were to arrest them, it would be some type of illiberal crime, racism or something. And then what's even stranger about it, it affects everybody. When you go to a California drugstore now, it looks like a prison infirmary, Megyn. You have this screen, like a metal grate. It used to be just antihistamines. It's everything from razor blades to toothbrushes. And then when you go to get a new car in California, they give you the price on the sticker, but then they add $2,000 to $2,800, and that's for LoJack or some type of thing that they've had to install on their cars in the car lot because people are going into the car lot, stealing the catalytic converters, taking the car without consequences.
Where did you learn about money? You know, budgeting, saving, investing, and spending. If you're like me, you learned about it the hard way, and it certainly wasn't in school. My parents did the best they could, but I feel like I can do better. I would like my own children to be better at money matters than I was at their age, which is where Busy Kid comes in. Listen to this. Busy Kid is an interactive money management app for kids and teens to help them learn how to earn, save, invest, and spend money wisely. It gives them real-life experience, and it allows parents to still be a safety net with approvals and monitoring. The more kids earn, save, invest, and spend on the app, the more they build healthy financial routines to use as adults. Busy Kid is great for kids and teens 5 to 17 years old, and everyone gets a personalized debit card to learn how to shop and manage invisible money. Busy Kid is offering a limited time special for our audience right now, 20% off a family subscription. So for less than $4 a month, this app and card can transform how your children think about and use money. To start, download Busy Kid and enter the promo code MK to get 20% off. Again, download Busy Kid, BUSYKID, and use promo code MK for 20% off. There's even a 30-day guarantee. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.